packing up, moving again from Florida to Virginia, and we thought it's a great time to go ahead and show you how we pack our pods. This is our third time moving using a pod. First thing you want to do is kind of go around your house and assess how much stuff you have. We tend to do this after we've listed our house on the market, spent some time purging, getting rid of stuff, donating, and really taking a hard look at what we want to actually keep and what we want to get rid of. Because then once you kind of have a general idea of how much stuff you have and that you want to keep, then you can go ahead and book your pod. This is a large pod, so you can go on their website and see exactly how much that is. I think offhand these are 16 feet long by about 8 feet high by about 8 feet wide, I think, but double check on the site. We actually ended up ordering 2 of these, so they usually I can drop off 2 at a time, but for whatever reason our city here would only allow them to drop off 1 at a time. Another nice thing is that Pods does handle, at least for us, they handled all of the permits that are required if you put one of these in your driveway. Sometimes you could put them out on your road depending on what your city's limitations are. So yeah, so basically kind of figure out how much stuff you have. And here are a couple of tips that we use whenever we pack. So we like to put our heaviest items here at the bottom. Back there you might be able to see some nightstands, like our dressers are back there, tables are great at the bottom. In this sort of middle section, we like to do our totes, our tubs, things that are a little bit more sturdy. Nothing fragile here, but things that are like these metal or these plastic cases tend to do really well. Or if you have any larger boxes that are packed really full. Then as you kind of get up here, you can put things that are a little bit more either fragile or Pods does say to try to pack your pod very full, like be able to use all of the height for it. So we like to put things at the top that are a little bit more squishy. So anything like a pillow, maybe some blankets, your comforters, clothes do well up there too. Maybe your rugs, you can roll up your rugs. So either your most fragile things or your kind of squishy things that you can kind of cram in, and that'll prevent everything from shifting. Okay, a couple of things that we like to use as far as supplies go. So find like a tub that you like. We've kind of just been buying and collecting these tubs with each one of our moves. I will say I do like these that have the handles that click over top of the lids. They tend to stay on the best. These kind are second best, I would say. And then there's the ones that are the least expensive. They tend to be like clear with a lid that doesn't click over. Those are the worst. So try to get yourself some nice tubs. They tend to go on sale around the holidays. Next thing that I got, this is my first time using these bags, but I love them. These are for all of our kids' toys, and they are like these clear totes. They come in other colors, but they're these pretty big tote bags that have nice long handles. So they're really easy to pack and to carry up and down stairs whenever you're loading and unloading your pod. And I like them too because they are pretty big. So things like my kids' large toys, their castles, you know, their bat caves, those fit really well in there. So that was new to us, but I like those a lot. We also buy mattress bags for all of our mattresses. And this one, it's not the cheapest one, but it is worth its weight in gold. These straps make it so easy to carry the mattresses. We just carried this one downstairs and hauled it out here, and it was so easy. It's a really nice like nylon fabric that is super durable in case you're moving when it's raining. And it's all enclosed with this zipper too, which is good. Some of those bags that are less expensive, they don't have a zipper. It's just kind of creating like a sleeve for your bag, and they don't have handles, and it can be really tricky to move those things. So speaking of the mattress, we brought that down because Mike wants to put that next. He's kind of like the guru of packing here. It's his thing. I just kind of let him fly with this part of it. I tend to do all of this packing, and then he does the packing of the pod. What's nice about pods too is they do have these D-rings on here. So sometimes we'll do, Mike used a net on our last pod. We had some things that we didn't want to fall, and so we used a net. You can do ropes too if you want to really make sure that nothing tips over, especially if you aren't packing a whole pod full and you want to make sure it doesn't slide around in transit. You can use a rope to kind of tie things off. So yeah, we're going to do the mattresses next. And then we have a couple things that are just kind of like odd shapes, like our Peloton and our grill, things that are kind of fragile but big. And that's going to be how we end the pod. And then we'll just kind of put some lighter things on top of those bigger, kind of wonkier items. And these are also great too. If you have bedding or pillows, we have tons of comforters, tons of pillows. They're vacuum seal bags. And I've tried a number of these over the years, but this brand in particular is the one that I like the most. I find that it holds the seal the tightest so the air doesn't escape during the move. And they also have a satisfaction guarantee. So if they do spring a leak, you can contact the brand and get your money back or get a new bag. So I love them. You just kind of hook up your vacuum to this port here, suck out all of the air, and pop that cap back on. These are great for right at the top of your pod for that space, that squishy space at the top where you want to put things that are like this, like pillows and beddings. It's a great kind of filler. Okay, well, I hope that helps. That's how we pack the pod, and I'll check back in as we gotta make more progress here with pod number 2.